We have a new author, and it looks like we only get to read 2 of the SCPs in the future, because like it looks like everything else seems to be more like tales that they've written from the looks of it. Yeah, it is the case. This is the first one of theirs that we get to read from Toasted Raptor. Awesome name, very awesome name. It's gonna be a short while before we get to see Toasted Raptor again. This next one will be in Series 4, not too far into Series 4. But yeah. Alright, Toasted Raptor, you wrote the Space Serpents. Oh, great. We're ending on a SCP that mechanic will hate. Okay, Object Class Keller again. Special containment procedures. All confirmed SB2A59 events are to be immediately reported to appropriate level 4 research personnel and at the discretion of 5 Command. Foundation operatives deployed to areas in which SB2A59 events have occurred are to be equipped with standard issue KU-21 vacuum protection suits, which must remain sealed at all times. Any personnel who experience suit breaches or equipment malfunctions are to be deemed lost should they enter SB2A59. No rescue attempts are to be conducted under any circumstances. Due to the nature of SB2A59 containment protocols dealing with civilian personnel are mostly reactionary. Individuals should be transported out of the affected zone and administered medical assistance when it is deemed safe to do so. The Foundation is currently conducting more intensive study of SB2A59 to develop an early warning system. While such a mechanism remains incomplete at this time, standard operating procedure following this site cleanup is to attribute civilian deaths to household and workplace accidents, and all video or photographs of SB2A59 are to be destroyed immediately. Description: SB2A59 designates a space-time anomaly believed to largely mirror Quadrant 4b of the solar system, situated just outside the Kuiper belt. The anomaly manifests in enclosed, unused space, most often between walls, and gradually breaches the object, encapsulating it through unknown means. Expedition conducted into SB2A59 confirmed the existence of celestial objects in the solar system at their precise locations, indicating that SB2A59 is either a recreation of it or an Einstein-Rosen bridge. Hey, we have that mentioned before. The Einstein-Rosen-Lee bridge last time with the guy with the chef guy who got sent to us through a portal. Effects of exposure to the vacuum. But hey, you know, I enjoy space SCP, so I will be split with this. Okay, let's see what it does. Effects of exposure to the vacuum, including micro-radiation and loss of oxygen, do not occur until one physically enters SB2A59. It has no apparent effect on anything outside of its threshold. SB2A59 appears to pull anything that makes physical contact on its threshold into space. On several occasions, personnel who have made even slight contact with the threshold are rapidly pulled in. SB2A59 anomalously closes after a certain period of time, ranging from 1 hour to a week. -1 designates a large serpent-like extraterrestrial species measuring approximately 80,000 kilometers in length. That is a big fucking boy. Information regarding its appearance and behavior is incomplete due to its infrequent nature, but the entity seems to be directly tied to the instance of SB2A59 and uses it as a primary method of locating food. -1 has been observed waiting just outside the threshold of SB2A59 on numerous occasions, feeding upon any organism that is pulled into space until SB2A59 closes. The species does not exhibit any higher sentience or sapience beyond understanding when and where SB2A59 will appear, and are fairly solitary, almost never being spotted with another specimen of SB2A59-1, save for mating, which began in one circumstance just as SB2A59 closed. -1 has not been spotted during Foundation Solar System expedition and is believed to only manifest simultaneously with SB2A59. The origins of -1 are unknown, but they are believed to be paranormal rather than have evolved naturally. Then the Incident 1. On the 6th, 24th, SCP-2859 manifested inside of a wall connecting the containment chambers of SCP and SCP. Shortly after, SCP-2859 began to cause structural collapse in the affected wall. -1 manifested and consumed SCP, causing immediate and profound physiological changes in -1, including increased size, the appearance of tendrils, and redacted. This particular specimen of -1 was observed mating with another specimen shortly after the incident. Approximately 13 weeks later, a smaller specimen of -1, believed to be a juvenile, was observed with many of the same traits that the aforementioned adult possessed. It is believed there is now a subspecies of -1 carrying SCP physiological qualities. Further analysis regarding this has been authorized. Addendum 2, Incident 2. Following the appearance of SCP-2859 in California, which resulted in approximately 6,000 fatalities, 600. A specimen of -1 with similar traits to the being observed in Incident 1 was spotted. Data analysis from each SCP-2859 appearance following Incident 1 estimates the size of the SCP subspecies to be 35% of the primary species. Further population analysis has been authorized and is pending execution. And now Addendum 3, Incident 3. During a routine Foundation moon orbit, the entirety of the crew, consisting of 11 operatives, witnessed an instance of SCP-2859 manifest approximately 10,000 kilometers from Earth. -1 manifested shortly thereafter, feeding upon the various organisms that came through SCP-2859. The operatives contacted Foundation facilities on Earth in an attempt to triangulate the location of SCP-2859's other entrance, eventually finding it inside of an abandoned storefront located in northern Kenya. The Mobile Task Force team dispatched to SCP-2859 uncovered a group of men clothed in brown robes collecting wildlife to be sent through the entrance, which with various artistic depiction of -1 along the walls, apparently created using fluids from animals in question. This has since been classified as a religious gathering. The Foundation is currently searching for evidence of the group's history based on this incident. Research remains inconclusive. I personally think that's a cool image, though. Yeah, it's a big fucking snake. It is definitely very big, and the space around it kind of like pulls people like with gravity towards the snake. It's definitely like some sort of like working relationship between these two things. But the idea of an 80,000 kilometer snake in space is kind of cool. I kind of like it. I think it's a fun idea. Sorry about that. Toasted Raptor, that was a good one. I can't wait to see what your second one is. It's a shame that you only have 2 SCPs to read. I'm not sure if I will ever bump into your tales in the future. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Unsure. But hey, we had a bunch of like we have 2 wasps, 2 houses that lock you up. There were a couple like, you know, similarities today. But that's all fine. That's all fine. At least you can see how like they change it up a little bit and make each one unique. It's fun.